It's that time of the year, isn't it, when you start to pick your teams. And we're going to do the T20 team of the year, but I must warn you straight up front, this is not the team of the best T20 players in the world. This is the team of the best T20 performers in 2018. And so, if you don't hear a Kohli, if you don't hear an AB de Villiers, if you don't hear a Bumrah, don't start throwing stones at me, because we're looking at performances in 2018. And the moment you do that, you look at economy rates, strike rates, run rates, then you start to put a team together. I must also tell you that we play such few T20 internationals that you don't have enough data on those. So we've got to look at all the franchise cricket around the world, the T20 Blast, the BBL, the IPL, the CPL. We've got to look at all that. And given all that, this is what we've come up with. It's exciting, isn't it? We'll start with the openers. You do not look too much further than Aaron Finch as an opener in T20 cricket. And the reasons are here. In the T20 Blast, 589 at 147 and 182 strike rate. He had 2 centuries, got 172 against Zimbabwe, 1,350 runs in T20 cricket, the second highest. We don't see the best of him in the IPL, but elsewhere, Aaron Finch has been a mighty player. So he's first name in. Now, the second opener. You can look at Colin Munro, or you can look at Joe Denley, or you can look at Shikhar Dhawan. And I've looked at Shikhar Dhawan, the leading run scorer in T20 internationals, had an excellent IPL. Shikhar Dhawan made 497 in the IPL, 689 runs in T20 internationals. He had 650s. So Shikhar Dhawan gets my nod as the second opener. Now, number 3. We talked about Colin Munro. You know, sometimes you think, oh, okay, what about Colin Munro? Just look at Munro's numbers. 500 runs in T20 internationals at a strike rate of 178, the leading run scorer in the CPL. The most runs in T20s this year, 1529. He scores a lot of runs in T20 cricket. He just walks in there. Now that brings us to number 4. I'm actually going to have a wicket-keeper at number 4. And you might think, yes, wicket-keeper, you're looking Jos Buttler. Oh, yeah, you're looking Jos Buttler. Maybe you're looking Dinesh Karthik. Those two had excellent numbers. Jos Buttler, average 38, strike rate 148. Karthik, average 49, strike rate 153. And both are mighty fine players. But there was a young kid who had an absolutely standout 2018, Rishabh Pant. He made 684 in the IPL at a strike rate of 174, 128 against the Sunrisers. Got a century of 32 balls in the Mushtaq Ali tournament. So I'm going Rishabh Pant at number 4. Now that brings us to number 5. You want 5 and 6 to be the X-Factor players. And I'm going Glenn Maxwell and Andre Russell. The numbers tell the story. Maybe for Glenn Maxwell, they're not the greatest numbers, but you want this floater at number 5. You got a century in a T20 international. His strike rates are always very good. So Maxwell comes in at number 5 for me. And Andre Russell, how can you forget that innings in the CPL when they were chasing 224, they're 41 for 5. He comes and scores a century in a little over 40 balls. He's also taken wickets. He scores at a strike rate of about 180 or thereabouts. I'm just looking at the numbers there. In that game, he got 121 in 49 balls. He got a hat-trick. He hits a 6 every 5.48 balls. The IPL, he had a strike rate of 185 with 13 wickets. Nah, I mean, why are we even telling the numbers? He just walks in there. So there's my top 6. Dwayne Bravo comes in at number 7 for me. His economy rate this year is much higher, but he bowls all the difficult overs. He rediscovered his batting. His strike rate is excellent. He hit a lot of 6s. And when you're playing 6 bowlers, you always want Dwayne Bravo in the side. Sunil Narayan's economy rate makes him my lead spinner in the side. Well, one of 2 spinners, because you have to have Rashid Khan in there. So Sunil Narayan's batting strike rate is exceptional. I know it comes to the top of the order, but he can replicate that down if necessary. And his economy rate is excellent than Rashid Khan. Nobody took more wickets in T20s than Rashid Khan. And sometimes you look at him and say, yeah, it's Afghanistan. No, look at his numbers in the Big Bash. Look at his numbers in the IPL. And you do not dispute those numbers for Rashid Khan. He took 89 in all. In the Big Bash, 18. In the IPL, he got 21. And nowadays, he finishes matches enormously. Now, that leaves 2 players out of 3 to pick. You've got Ty, you've got Stanlake, and you've got Archer. Because you've got 6 bowlers, I'm going with something special with Billy Stanlake. Because he's tall, he hits the deck hard, I'm going with Stanlake because he's just so different and an aggressive bowler. which brings us down to Ty or Archer. Ty or Archer. I put Ty down in my list. I struck that out. I put Archer. I struck out Archer. I put Ty. Struck out Ty. I put Archer. There's not much to choose in the numbers between those two. I'm going eventually with Archer simply because Ty got a lot of wickets in international. Archer doesn't get to play those. Jofra Archer plays bowls right at the top as well. That's the toughest pick of all. So there you are. That's my side.